Welcome back in, everybody, to the second set, the second series here of the Eastern European Day 2 lower division, or excuse me, Division 2, as it is going to be YNT versus X3. YNT, they're on a little bit of a roll so far, taking the series up against Rise on Tuesday, and then Sigma YNT taking the series again that we've just seen. So, YNT, main, they want to keep this run of form going. They want to keep themselves in there, they want to keep it up, and we can see that again up against Rise, they didn't have a great time in that first game, but they had that mental fortitude to come back, pull it back through all the way to 3-game series, and we'll see what they want to go for in this draft. Because last time, the Omni Knight was a nice pick. They picked up a Phoenix there as well, and over the course of the series, so they did opt for a little bit of an alternate draft, away from these main meta heroes. But we'll see if they want to go for the Death Prophet, if the Lena's going to be popping up, if they want to pick up the Rubik, what makes it through, if they want to constantly contest up against this Treant, and what actually they think will be good coming into the series. And what are X3 looking at? So Nesphia, Nesphia, Natinawal, Shagrat, Alone, and Dark. Again, Nesphia, Natinawal, and Shagrat, these three heroes, I keep calling them heroes, 3 players, they might be heroes to themselves in their own heads. But these 3 players that have looked good in the lower division, they've been a mainstay in the lower division for a while now. They've grouped up in smaller tournaments, in third-party tournaments. They always make a push. They always do show at least some some good plays. They show some level of understanding. They know what they need to do to win the game, but sometimes they do just fall a little bit short. So we'll see here if the side of X3 can they push on and take it up against Sigma Y. Excuse me, just the main YNT team. Sigma already played. Not confuse them at all. And immediately, YNT coming into this draft again, they didn't like playing up against the Treant. They just don't like this hero. For whatever reason, they just decide that, they're better off not playing up against the Treant. Again, take a look at the series where they played at Rise. Treant, did it get through? It got through in the 3rd game of the series, and they did do well up against it.
Dire team ban.
But the first and second game, they just completely removed it from the pool. And do they want to be taking? They do take it out again. The Broodmother goes out here from X3. So Rubik's and Tusk's, Death Prophets, Lena's still there to see what YNT. They do have first pick as well.
Remaining.
So if they think they can carry on with this Lena pick,
5 seconds remaining.
X3, it is up to them to ban it out.
Radiant team ban.
So they do take out the Rubik. But again, Clockwork is still there. If they want to go for, with the Treant being taken away by themselves, if they want to go for a Lena into a Clockwork, that isn't a bad matchup. You do still have that defensive body blocker hero coming through with the Clockwork, with the Cogs,
10 seconds
and the Battery
remaining.
Assault. You can lock heroes down, especially in the lane. If you can get that early lockdown with the Cogs and the Battery Assault, follow up with an LSA and the right-click damage that comes out from the Lena, you can get a couple of easy early kills. So they do. They ban out the Beastmaster, YNT. So they immediately pick up this Lena. Taking the time to think about it a little bit. I mean, if it was me, it'd just be a straight pick up here. Lena's not been banned out. I'm just like rapidly clicking that pick button.
5 seconds remaining.
As YNT. Okay, maybe thinking about whether you want to be picking up around the hero before they do actually pick it up. Maybe they actually leave it. If they think they've got an answer towards it, a way to deal with it. I mean, I'm all ears. I'm all eyes and I'm all ears.
Team pick.
I'm like one of the... Okay, so they go for the Clockwork first. Yeah, I'm one of those biblically accurate angels that's just all eyes and ears, waiting to see how YNT deal with this Lena. But they do get the Clockwork out. That is a nice first pick. Being able to jump onto the Lena
10 seconds remaining.
Is a good start. Being able to get the lockdown with the Battery Assault going, the hook shot from a distance.
Remaining.
Just delay her from being able to get at these right clicks. But again, once the Satanic comes out for the Lena, if she does get the space, if she isn't contested, there it is. Yeah, it's still gonna be hard to take this hero down. And I don't know what is the answer at the minute.
10
Because
seconds remaining.
we've seen so many teams tried so many different things, and okay,
Seconds
Rise did get it in the
remaining.
first game with a Weaver, but in the third game, it completely collapsed. So YNT must have an idea. If they picked up the Clockwork first, they must have an idea of how to deal with Alina. I think the most convincing again was
10
Division 1.
seconds remaining.
When the Venge came out, the Drow came out, the
5
Clockwork was there
seconds
as well.
remaining.
So they had the lockdown for the Lina. They had the swap to get the Lina into the rest of the team if it, was trying to get away in the Drow range with a hypothermia on the shot. Yeah, it's hypothermia, right? With the right click that slows
Dire
down the
team
regen, picked up a
banned.
Skadi as well,
I
and
speak
was
for
just
the
able to deal with the Lina
trees.
before the Satanic could be effective. So YNT actually go for the Nature's Prophet. Some push potential coming out from YNT, but again, I just keep going back to the
10
Lina that
seconds
it's going to
remaining.
get a Maelstrom at one point. And Prophet, what did he do with the treants then
5
pushing in?
seconds
When
remaining.
Alina can
Team
come in,
banned.
throw a Dragon Slave and LSA and rip through your lineup, your treants with the Maelstrom procs. As YNT.
10 seconds remaining.
And again, do they run this Nature's Prophet as a safe laner or
5
as an off laner?
seconds
It's not
remaining.
really been super effective, I think, as an off laner. The safe lane hero has been a lot better,
Dire
but you
team
need
banned.
something that doesn't rely on the treants to take the towers. And I know I'm saying that seeing as like Beastmasters are coming out and Lycans are coming out, but the treants are just so slow to get to the
Radiant
objective. The
team
move speed
banned.
isn't great on them, and then it takes so long for them to get the building down anyway. It's great for split push lane pressure if the rest of the team are buying you space and time. But for an offlaner, it just to me it doesn't have the impact that I'd like to see in an offlane, like a
10
Doom would have,
seconds remaining.
or like even a Tide. Being able to get
5
in
seconds
disrupt with
remaining.
the Ravage onto the laner again, try and force out a BKB.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, to me, it's just not an offlane hero at the minute. Maybe YNC can prove me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad hero. We've seen it. God, how many games have we seen it impress in the safe lane? Where it just looks like it's doing, it's standing, it's just
10
delivering in
seconds
terms of
remaining.
damage.
5 seconds remaining.
What would I like to see? Terrorblade, maybe?
Radiant team ban.
Yes, the Doom comes out here for YNC. Terrorblade with the meta wouldn't be too bad, I don't think, up against Selena. If you're in and around the action as well, you've got the Sunder that can come off. So the Lena's going to have that Satanic, but you're going to have the Sunder. You might even just be able to Sunder the Lena if you can get close enough.
10
Is a
seconds
Skadi builder
remaining.
as well. So it can deal with the regen, some of the regen coming out.
5 seconds remaining.
So yeah, like, I'd like to see the Prophet. God, no, are they going to put this Prophet one? I'm speaking about Terrorblades, as if I wasn't just bitching about the Nature's Prophet in the offlane. So, I mean, Prophet could still, if he wants to go for that Skadi, get something else in the offlane that goes for a Shivas as well. So it really, really messes with Alina's regen potential once that's... Excuse me. There's too many things that start with a letter S. Change some of these items names up to Ice Rock. But yes, the Skadi and the Shivas could deal with Alina once he gets that Satanic. Pango, Ember, both
Radiant
banned here for
team
X3.
pick.
They take out the Centaur as well. Another hero that's good at getting on top of the Lina, keeping it controlled.
Dire team pick.
Hoodwink. I think Hoodwink's been in every game we've seen so far. Good area of control with the Bushwhack. So you lock down heroes that can be followed up by the LSA. A decent amount of burst when you hit 6 with the Assassinate as well.
Dire team
Can deal with the
pick.
Clockwork in Zone Cox. Yeah. Okay. Enigma for YNT. I get the idea, you know, overwhelming push coming out with the Eidolons as well as the Treants. And then Lena says, oh, what's
10
this?
seconds
My right clicks go
remaining.
burr. Well, the right clicks go burn.
5
And she just
seconds
uses the
remaining.
Maelstrom to get through, you know, the Gleipnir as well. Just uses to get through
Radiant team pick.
all the ads. Okay, Death Prophet is a hero I forgot about. Death Prophet is a nice one for the mid lane. And if you're fighting into the sustain, you're still going to be controlled up really on the Death Prophet if the Bushwhack connects, you know, if the Avatos comes through from the
10
tiny LSA as
seconds
well.
remaining.
So Death Prophet, I reckon, gets a quick BKB. But the Spirit Siphon makes
5
this hero so
seconds
hard to kill
remaining.
early on. When you have 2 or 3 levels in the Spirit Siphon, you know, if there is a rotation from the Tiny, from the Hoodwink, to get a kill in the mid lane on the Death Prophet just pops Spirit Siphon on anything that's around. Creeps, heroes, whatever. And just slowly glide, not even slowly, pretty fast, ghostly glides away from the danger with pretty much full health. But I don't know, YNT, they only have the Clockwork that's looking like that defensive frontline hero. Like, ooh. And it's another support, unless you want to run this Death Prophet as a 4, which you can. You definitely can. And pick up something like a Primal Beast in the off lane. I suppose you know, because you're not going to do that because you've got an Enigma. Run the Primal Beast in the mid lane. Primal Beast does actually run a decent mid lane. Gets active on the map. Can really, I mean, the Pulverize, I'm pretty sure the Pulverize bug has been fixed by now. Reddit said so anyway, and if
Dire
Reddit says it,
team
Reddit
ban.
can't be wrong. Yeah. So X3, they come out with another Marcy. And we saw... Are we sure that the team names aren't flipped? Because X3 running this combo, you know, that was something that YNT Sigma running that last game. It looks like a YNT Sigma draft, and YNT not singing off the same hymn sheet.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And... Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I still wouldn't mind the Primal Beast, you know? Being able to get on top, lock Delina down for the Pulverize, it gives space and time for the Enigma to get in with the Black Hole. I just hope the Enigma goes for the BKB Blink Dagger and not the Greaves build that we usually see. Greaves is good,
Radiant team ban.
but you need to be getting aggressive. You need to be shutting down this Lina. If you let this Lina have time and space, which Enigma is supposed to be the master of, with his all time and spacey black hole look. Yeah, Lina, you need to be putting the pressure. You can't let her get up. You can't let her get that net worth lead. So I'd rather see the Enigma go for a Blink Dagger early on, with the Nature's Path being able to rotate in with the Sprout as well. Clockwork at the hook shot from a distance. Than them just leave the Lena to get the farm, because the Enigma wants to get the Greaves and can't close the gap.
10 seconds remaining.
So YNT, what
5
else did he want to be
seconds
banning
remaining.
out? I assume it's mid laner up against mid laner. Should they take out the puck? Offers some good control, and again, YNT, if they get the lockdown with the puck, well, if they would have got locked down by the puck, you know, again, X3 can play this from a distance. They've got the Avalanche, they've got the Bushwhack. Marcy has a dive in, but can get that dispose off, separate someone from the pack, and Lena just rips them apart from the distance. It's not too late. I mean, the ban out the Tusk here on X3.
Team ban.
Zeus goes. Burst damage is nice up against the Death Prophet. Could be being played in mid as well, this Death Prophet. So looking what for position 4 on the side of YNT. And this is why the Tusk is being taken away from X3. Great in the mid lane, great as position 4. So it is that flex hero
10 seconds remaining.
that can sit in either role.
5 seconds remaining.
So the Archer, maybe not sure if it is going to be the pos 4 Death Prophet, just trying to cover as many broad bases as possible.
Dire team pick.
As the Undying from X3 taken away. Yeah,
10
I don't know.
seconds
I'm
remaining.
still not impressed by YNT's lineup. Waiting to see what the last
5
heroes we pick up
seconds remaining.
to tie this all together. But I actually do think it's going to be a pause 4. With them banning the Tusk as well as the Undying, they do take this out. Yeah, Hood has that reliable break. You can shoot from it. Being able to get the lockdown inside the cogs is really nice. The acorn shot in with the bushwhack. Just be able to lock the Death Prophet down as well. Stop it from being able to run away. Get around this fight. Because that's the thing that
Radiant team
Death
pick.
Prophet doesn't want to be in the middle of the action. Oh, okay. That is new. That is something different. So what do X3 want to go for? You know what? Core Silencer. Pick that Pulse 2 Silencer.
10 seconds remaining.
The Enigma wants to get himself in with a black hole. Just
5
boom. Global
seconds
silence.
remaining.
Boing. And yeah, you can run that Silencer mid. What is it going to be?
You may now select your heroes.
What? So they're running the Tiny in the mid lane. Yeah, Tiny in the mid lane. Lena's still safe. I immediately don't like this. We've seen a few support spends. It's absolute garbage. It is, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is absolute garbage at the minute, this hero. Even with being able to get the bounces in, with the the Stormhammer going, you get the extra armor from the Warcry, that movement speed. I'm not impressed. Again, I'm only a 2K player. That's why X3 are playing the game, and I'm only casting it. But yeah, from the Svens that I've seen being picked up in the Eastern European region, it's not worked. And not even the Eastern European, every region, it's just not worked. But okay, if that's what X3 think is going to close out, I still would have gone for the Hoodwink, like 5 and Tiny 4. But okay, well, let's see how this is going to play out. And guys, while I sit and ponder the Sven pick, we are going to be able to get ourselves into a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB. Check it out.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system, welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
X3, it's going to be smoke on smoke. So let's see where they try and play around this here. X3, they are going to be going for a big wraparound. This time there is no tree, so there's no trees to be taken down, splitting the lane. I wonder if YNT are going to be aware of this, whether because they're going to be hanging the 3 heroes around in this mid lane. The ward is down as well. You can see that Nesphere in the river going to be spotted out by that ward. Just checking inside and outside the Roche pit as Nesphere
30 seconds
moving himself
to
through
battle.
dark as well. So they do get that early D ward off. Spotting out that there was 3 heroes from the side of YNT. Just hanging around that mid lane, not coming through towards this rune which not usual behavior. So they do go for that D ward, have a rough idea on the cliff. But YNT, they're just going to go right back. You know, there might be a contesting fight. There might be 3 runes here for X3.
The battle begins.
Well, let's see what they're going to be able to do in terms of... Nope, it is going to be the 2-for-2 trades. Okay. Is Nesphere taking some harass? Dark now as well. The Battery Assault comes through, and Dark has to turn around with the Stormhammer, but the Battery Assault walking himself around it. He still gets procced by that now as well, and Slayer going to be able to chase down Bignum as well, and Dark's going to be taking so much damage from this. He's not going to go down, but he's going to have to go all the way back to base. Unless he wants to be coming in the lane, just relying on that Tango regen, which he looked like he's just going to instantly pop the salve. That's, what, 100 net worth? Immediately being committed just to get him back to lane worthy without having to go back to Fountain and use that TP. Meanwhile, on the top lane. You can see that, again, Lucas, there's just going to be some harass coming out onto her alone with Slayer popping the Arcane Burn. Arcane Burn, no, the Arctic Burn coming through and alone. Yeah, he's going to be taking some harass from the Treant as well. He has that Blightstone, but Nature's Prophet as well. Lucas has the Blightstone, so the harass that comes out onto the Hoodwink, if he gets caught out, even Shagrat. If he does get pressured here, coming into the... As a melee hero to get the last hits against two ranged heroes, there is a lot of punishment that YNT can dole out. Let's see. The odds... Okay, X3. Who's the favorites? Yeah, and I kind of like the draft a little bit better on the side of X3 right up until that Sven pick. Because, goddamn. But X3 for the most part, I think with the Lina, you know, they do have a really solid lineup. The Masters as well. We saw in that last series, that last game in the last series, incredibly effective at getting the dives in and finding the pickoffs. Just pulling someone away from the pack and, you know, disrupting them, pulling them away from the rest of the team with the dispose and making the other side panic a little bit. So I'm interested to see how much this Sven is going to affect this. But the Marcy, you know, as well as the Tiny and the mid lane, it's good heroes. It is good heroes. There's Bignum. He's going to try and pull through. Does he actually get it off? He does. So the pull comes through. Dark could be in trouble as the first point into the Malefice comes out in Dark. Yeah, he's going to be disrupted a little bit. Doesn't have the mana here and now for the Stormhammer, but has a Mango if he needs it. In the top lane, you can see again, the harass coming out. Shagrat, how's he doing in terms of blast? It's 10-0. Prophet not looking too bad. 12 there. Got a couple of denies up his sleeve, but alone. He'll be taking some punishment as Shagrat dives in onto Slayer. Slayer with a cold embrace. Trying to do what he can to keep himself alive, keep himself from being harassed. And alone coming in with just one more right click just to end it off. You know, saying you don't get away free there after the cold embrace. You never do. That's bottom lane. Dark and Nesphere. They're looking for the pull. BB isn't doing too bad. He's getting the harass off. In terms of bomb, oh, the cogs come out now as well. The battery's still Dark. Gonna get himself away. The Warcry was already there, so the extra armor, the extra move speed, once the cogs do drop, means he just get himself out. But mid lane, Igor, gonna be taking some punishment from Natty. Natty has that bottle up. What's he gonna try and do here with the tree? Mid swing. Yeah, quick pause. Hopefully not too long. How is it looking in terms of last hits? Death Prophet right at the top. Tiny only 1 or 2 behind. And it's not going to be too far away from catching up. The Enigma is suffering a little bit in terms of the Alseid comes out now as well from the Lina onto Bignum. Bignum's going to be taking a lot of damage there as well. BB trying to do his best to get the denies off as well with the demonic conversions. So you can see that even though he's only got 10 last hits, he's taken away 8 denies from the Lina. There's mid lane. Natty Narwhal stepping up here. Empty bottle. So Fairy Fire available if he gets into too much danger. And that's the thing that, you know, Igor is even just going to be able to pull the creeps with him. Got that bottle. Yeah, so he does get the water in the bottle here on the Death Prophet. Going to be able to pull these creeps around. The double wave pushing through. Top lane though, Cold Embrace. Slayer's going to be taking a lot of damage here as the chase onto Lucas. Shagrat 2 points into the sidekick. So he does put out a whole lot of damage and can sustain. 35% lifesteal on that. Really nice skill to have, especially when you just want to dive yourself in. Alone going to be able to set up with the Bushwhack as well as the Acorn shot. So Slayer has to be really careful about being caught out. Bottom lane. This lane always being pushed up because of the demonic conversion. Taking away, I assume it's the range creeps that BB's using it on. Yeah, he's just going to be able to use it onto the range creep, and then the pull comes through from the clockwork every single time. Sidekick. Shagrat. bottom lane, though. The cogs do get dropped. Dark. Can he get himself away from the damage? It looks like he's going to be picked off. Is he going to be enough damage, though? Yeah, the battery assault, it gets the kill. BB going to be chased down. Nesvia, though. Bignum wants to catch up to him. What can he do? Does he actually have the cogs? Doesn't have the mana for the cogs, even though he has them off cooldown now. And Nesvia, damage onto him with the urn being picked up. Urn? For Enigma? Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. That's a way of getting the sustain off when you don't want to go for... Because Greaves are expensive, man. Especially in this economy. A cost of living crisis and everything, and you're telling your Enigma to go for Greaves? Phew. Just go for the urn. It's just as good. But yeah, he can just continue getting the demonic conversion off. And with the Eidolons, you're pushing out the lane, getting the pulls through as well. That's fine. Trying to stop this lane from pushing it. Top lane, though. Lucas. Dispose comes out. Lucas can get himself away from this because it's going to be a lot of punishment from Shagarat. And Shagarat, he actually turns himself away from it. Lucas coming in with the right clicks here as well onto the Marcy. Alone with the haste. Does he get that pushback? He doesn't connect. Lucas, he takes the tree down. Quelling Blade. Such a quick Quelling Blade as well. With the reactions to take that down, it means the bushwhack doesn't connect. It's Bignum. Getting these D-wards off. Yeah, and I don't know if the Enigma gets a quick blink BKB. Bushwhack doesn't connect. You can see the Slayer here. He's popped the Arctic Burn. Trying to do damage onto Alone. Does he actually try and close this gap? No. Okay. Bottom lane. Bignum going to be coming through. Do they have the lockdown onto Nesvia now as well? The Malefice comes up. Bignum doesn't drop the cogs. Might try and cut off. And now he does. And the damage coming through from the Eidolons as well. The cogs, the battery still going. Nesvia, one more right click, trying to save it. Bignum does pick it up to make sure he can't run away, because I think the Eidolons, as well as BB, just a little bit out of range. So Bignum just says better dead than barely away. Making sure to secure the kill. Bignum, though. Level 4, actually making a move into the mid lane. Nazi Narwhal, toss away. Does he actually walk himself up here? Nazi Narwhal's a big tanky boy. Sitting on, well, with the regen underneath the tower as well as the armor. Exorcism's going to be popped. Does he actually close that gap? No, the phase boost from Tiny, so Bignum can't get in range. And now the bushwhack, it actually lands onto both of them. Ego going to be taking a lot of damage. That Exorcism is going to be going now. The cogs have been dropped. Alone as Jaggerat. Well, the dispose pulls through, but Ego, you get the kill onto Alone. And now Ego with the same coming through on that Spirit Siphon. Jaggerat has to run himself away. Crypt Swarm doesn't connect, but these Ghosts sure will. And the right clicks now as well. He's going to be slowly whittled away. And Jaggerat, Ego does get the kill. In the river, Lucas is even TP'd onto this. That's Narwhal. Did he get the boss on the double damage rune? He did. As the Exorcism wears off, Ego once again, they catch out onto Dark, the cogs as well as the battery assault. Stormhammer doesn't matter. Bignum picks it up with the battery assault. Nazi, though, at least gets a kill onto Lucas in the mid lane. Looks like, again, another bushwhack coming out, and Nature's Prophet this time not able, with the Avatars coming through. Not able to cut that tree. Bushwhack. And Natty gets it with the double damage. We'll see what BB wants to go. It is going to be the Greaves. Weird that he wants to go for the Urn and the Greaves. Yeah, okay. I suppose the Spirit Vessel between BKBs. And Bushwhack doesn't land on the top lane. Slayer turns it around. Arctic Burn level 4. So getting some solo XP here, but not level 6 just yet. So not going to be able to go in with the curse. Speaking of, Ego. They're going to see him. They're going to wait for him here now as well. Spirit Siphon comes out. Lucas didn't want to go. No one else is around. So Natty Narwhal just going to turn him with no control on the bottom lane though. Nesvia able to clean up onto the Clockwork. Clockwork coming in a little bit too far though. Ego has that Exorcism up in 29 seconds. Going towards... Is that a Kaya? It is. Okay, so he wants the Kaya to start off with. I guess for his Spirit Siphon. Oh, the Avalanche comes in though. Nazi, Stormhammer as well. And Nazi's going to be able to take that Illusion Rune. The double Bushwhack. But X3 have already started to move themselves away. Maybe scared of the damage that could come out. At least Bignum able to hand the ball back to Death Prophet. And he's going to be able to regen him up with that here. Yeah, you can just see Natty know off the minute. Getting a free lane. And finding the farm as well. In terms of items, what does he want to be going towards? It is going to be the quick blink for the Tiny. At least Winter Wyvern's finding some free farm on the top lane while this is going on. You can see the Death Prophet's coming right back to the lane. So Tiny has to walk, well, doesn't have to, we're going to walk himself back for a tree because the lane was pushing up. So I wonder if he goes with the catapult here in this creep wave. That doesn't look like it. Wasn't sure if he wanted to put some pressure onto the tier 1. Yeah. How far away is the Winter Wyvern? It actually has the 6. Holding that point into the curse. Wants the mana boots. Not going to be too far away from them either. About 100 gold, so 130 gold.
Dire are scanning.
Dark. Moving to the jungle.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, fluffy hat and a wand.
Tower has fallen.
It's going to keep him alive a little bit longer here, but Sven, again, level 5. What's he actually looking to do as Natty does pop that illusion rune in the mid lane? And while this is going on, you can see the bottom lane. BB, he's already taken down that tier 1 tower, but Lina, he's still finding the farm. He goes where he gets taken down, or they might be able to make a move. Did he actually take down Bignum? Cogs comes up. Bignum wants to try and turn it around. The hook shot, he's got it if he wants to throw it up. Point blank into the Cogs now as well. BB, level 9, he doesn't want to use that block. Well, it's going to be down for the next couple of seconds now. So they've got the lockdown. Even the TPN, yeah, they don't throw it out. Stormhammer comes through. Laguna Blade to take down, but it's only going to be onto the clockwork. So you're trading off a position 4 for your mid laner, and now the exorcism starting to fly through. Marty wants to TP down as well, but they get the kill onto Lina, and Lina is just going to turn to ashes. And with that exorcism going, the creep wave being here now, as well as the Eidolon pushing down, Dark Stormhammer trying to do his best. Fortification's going to be used. So a little bit of pressure being put out here from the exorcism, from those Eidolons. They do choose to move away because of the fortification. While this is going on, Winter Wyvern, top of the map. He's got the mana boots. He's finding that farm. He's finding the space for the levels. Lucas just into the triangle to farm. Yeah, X3, they're going to go for a smoke up. Let's see what they can do with this. The Tiny does, I believe, does have the Blink Dagger. Might find out onto the Enigma. Yep, Tiny... Avatos comes through the bushwhack. Do they have the sustain? They don't. Even with a mech, the bushwhack lasts just long enough. The hookshot comes through though, and this is going to be the catch. He might be able to burn him down with the Arctic Burn onto the Tiny. Again, he traded off a position 3, and that's going to be the Tiny going down. So he's going to be just losing a little bit more here as Lucas. Oh, he was threatening that TPN. He was threatening it. But yeah. He doesn't, he's too busy finding that farm here, Lucas. With the Hand of Midas going into, I assume, Maelstrom? Yeah, Javelin coming out to him. He's not too far away now from finishing off that Maelstrom. 14 minutes in, though. I mean, I suppose he does have the Hand of Midas. So that is going to set him back on that Maelstrom time for a little bit, but the Hand of Midas eventually will pay for itself. Mid lane, Bignum. 6 seconds till that hook shot's back up. 3 heroes grouping up though. Marcy has the double damage rune. Well, the Abbot Slayer just moves himself away. Yeah, the bushwhack wasn't there to connect. Couldn't close that range, actually went for the sharpshooter. And Slayer's just going to fly himself away. Bignum didn't even use that hook shot. The double damage rune. How far through that is it? It's about just under 2/3, and Marcy going towards that PK. But this Marcy not being as aggressive as we saw in the last series. X3. Oh, he might be able to go into the clock. Block with the rocket flare. Does he want to go for this hook shot? He might have the gap. No, the Treant going to cross his path. And not a lot of heroes around to respond to this as well. Even if he did get that long range hook onto Nesphia, you know, it would have been relying on maybe the Yeah, the Winter Wyvern still doesn't have that blink, so he'd have to flap his wings across. You'd have Lucas that would have potentially been able to come in for the TP, but he just wants that Maelstrom. He just wants to continue farming up. And Nesphia still continues to farm, has that Maelstrom going towards the Dragonlance as well. So we didn't see it in the last game.
Dire are scanning.
Meanwhile, mid lane, Exorcism is up. The tier 1 tower's already been taken down. Hookshot comes through. They're going to be able to find out another Sven. Sven, again, the battery assault. Does he actually TP himself in here, Nature's Prophet? No, he doesn't. Dark. Okay, he gets himself away. He gets found out by the hook, but he will be able to run himself out here. Bignum, that hook on cooldown for the next 45. And there was no way to land those cogs with where the Sven was. That would have been pushing him back into danger.
Radiant
So he was just able to get
scanning.
himself up, pops the war cry for the extra armor, and able to just walk himself away. Yeah, you can see the I mean, it is that position 5 Sven. The support Sven. So it is why he's down at the bottom of the net worth there. Going towards that 4 staff as well. The 4 staff's going to be nice to get him out. Bottom lane, it looks like they want to pressure in again. But yeah, 4 staff will be nice when these cogs come out. Bottom lane's being pushed in. Exorcism, Eidolons as well, putting pressure onto this tier 2. Even the Midnight Pulse being dropped to clear off these trees. It's really clever because it means there's only one place that X3 could TP to defend. And the Clockwork's going to keep spotting it out with the Rocket Flow. So it's not even the safest place on the map as Lucas just continues to farm. Yeah, you can see that this Nature's Prophet, he's got that Maelstrom up. I wonder if he goes, it's going to be the BKB next. But I wonder if he goes for the Ags in this game. A Grove Bow for the Lina. How much more bias do you have to get, Dota, to give a Grove Bow over to a Lina that already has the Dragon Lance? She's going to be attacking from the next game over. But yeah, having the Winter Wyvern, especially once Slay's got the Blink Dagger, you know, when Lina's fully going, with the 7 stacks and the Fiery Soul, you know, swinging, throwing out 300 damage if you want to go back for the Silver Edge, or even when the Zatanix out. Nesphia, once that curse, if you drop it onto a hero near to the Lina, though, that hero's just going to melt. So it is a really nice way to start the fight. You can then follow up onto the Black Hole on the Lina, if you get the catch. How's the vision looking here for YNT? No wards to see the Lina farm up. I mean, I was watching the Clockwork on the map, just rotating around, looking for a quick pick somewhere. But yeah, just not able to find it out. And Lina, well, could be using up all of her mana there. That's what the Falcon's Blade's for, though, for that regen. Oh, just being dropped.
Even my birthday.
I'm not sure what that was for. How are the odds looking? X3. Yeah. YNT the favourites at the minute, and again, this Lina could get right back into it. Second in terms of net worth, only about 400 gold behind the Death Prophet, so not miles away from anything. Mid lane though, there's going to be the dive in, the Bushwhack connects onto the Clockwork, and Clock, he's going to go down. Shagarat does pick it up. Has that BKB, doesn't even need to use it just yet though, Shagarat, for that pick off. And yeah, we'll be able to move himself up to the top lane. Help just clear this off. With the sidekick for the extra damage, just to make sure that the tower isn't the one taking the last hits on the creeps. Nesphia continues to push, and with no Clockwork, no way to close the gap onto Nesphia. Nesphia finds a way in the mid lane. You know, he just feels comfortable to push this lane out. Goes back to the jungle. You want bottom lane? Natty now, well. Coming in. I wonder if Natty gets that shard, because we've not seen a lot of Tinies get the shard.
I feel renewed.
But being able to have the constant tree, especially with the Eidolons coming up, the trains coming out as well, it is a lot of push. And having that tree will help you depushes the Tiny. So Natty Narwhal, he's going to go for the Scepter first. He's going to go for this. Exorcism in the pit. Yeah, they want to go. They want to get themselves inside of it. YNT They're going to be able to take this one down. Rocket Flare comes out. It's scouting onto the low ground because they do already have this wall into the high ground to see any high ground rotations in. Actually, they don't know this is going on. And Lucas will be able to take the Aegis. They might even make a move here. Chegarat with his curse comes out. That's just going to be a setup though, because the hook shot wasn't in range. Spirit Siphon now as well. Chegarat pops that BKB for was the hook shot. Rocket Flare, he sees him. Doesn't want to go for it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay. Not the biggest of cooldowns on the Winter's Curse either. You're going to be able to take this tier 1 tower. And you forced out the was that the 9-second BKB? It was a 9-second BKB for the Marcy. Just to run away.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So let's see. Did he try and go here?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Onto the clock in the mid lane. I mean, Nesvia, the smoke comes through X3. Do you want to try and make something happen? Oh, to jump in. They're going to be able to blow up onto the Death Prophet. Maybe, though, he gets that BKB. Spirit Siphon coming out. Look at Nesvia, though. He's just going to be able to rip through him. An early preview of what Alina can do. There's Enigma. Has that black hole. Greaves doesn't want to even pop the Greaves. Yeah, just accepts his death. It is buying space and time for Nesvia. Excuse me, not Nesvia, for Lucas to find his farm. As Nesvia is that he's finding farm, he's finding kills. Into the mid lane he goes, being able to put the pressure on with the, again, the Maelstrom just help clean up these creeps. So fortification comes out. There is no backdoor protection for a tier 1, so Nesvia just gonna be able to rip through this with the attack speed. And even the fortification helping him out a little bit, because he does get the extra fiery souls, because even if they don't go down, he's still landing the spells, the LSAs, the Dragon Slayers onto the creeps. The Slayer. How close? He's got that blink dagger now. Lucas continuing to farm. Oh, the TPing in. He might want to make something happen here. It's going to be a point blank hook shot. It's only going to be the Hoodwink. But it does mean that he's going to be dead for the next 40 seconds or so. And what can YNT do with this? We do still have the Aegis as well on the Nature's Prophet. So Nesvia, he's just able to clear up these creep waves so quickly. With the attack speed, with the Maelstrom. Chegarat, just going for the TP away. Doesn't want to be caught out. And yeah, you can see that Sven, on that support, he's still going towards the 4 staff. Lowest on the net worth chart, on the net worth bar. Right at the bottom there with just over 3k. So I think that might be his 4 staff complete flying out in the courier. Again, going to be nice for anyone trapped in the cogs. He's going to be able to provide the bonus armor as well. The Bignum stepping up. Hook shot. It actually misses. He goes wide of the mark, even onto the Sven. The LSA now onto the Death Prophet. But they do want to go here because there's no blink. Wyvern already uses it. But the TP comes through dark. One more right click. He's going to go down. Yet the Sprout comes out. Lucas sees him. Nesvia has to run himself away. "24 minutes in. Net worth lead only just in favor of YNT. You can see that they've got the D push on the side of X3 as well with the Lina. Again, Dragon Slave, Maelstrom, LSA's connecting. Tiny with the... He's going to be close to the Ags as well on this Tiny. So, with the tree grab, the Avatars coming through onto the creeps, you can clear up waves, treants as well as Eidolons. It's just how effective the jump on the side of YNT is going to be with the curses, with the hook shots. You know, if they can get a good engage, hell, if they get on top of the Nesvia, because Nesvia wants to go for the Gleipnir, so he's still going to be a ways away from the Satanic.
Thank you, my beauties.
There's Lucas. He wants to be going towards an AC, a Satanic of his own. He's still got that Hand of Midas coming through. Still going to be able to cash in. And Do X3 group up? They're trying to take back this outpost again, Dark. He just wants this outpost. I mean, it cost him his life last time. Bottom lane though. Do they want to go? It's going to be the hook shot this time. It's going to connect, and they're going to be able to get themselves on top of 90 Narwhal. 90 Narwhal. Tree toss. It's not going to be enough. They have the control. They have that damage. You get the kill immediately onto the tiny response coming through though. Stormhammer. Did he want to try and go? Winter's Curse comes out. And Marcy, at least before he shifts onto the Nesphere, he gets the kill onto the Enigma. Going to be able to go for more now. Bullwhip comes out onto the Nesphere. Do they want to try and chase this? Exorcism is up. Lena's already used the BKB. So, how's Nesphere looking? Does he want to try and push on to the Winter Wyvern? Again, the Glepnir, at least at Rod of Atos, he's going to have a decent amount of gold for that. He just needs about 900 gold to complete the Atos, and then the recipe for the Glepnir. So what? About 1,500 gold on top of the gold that he's already got. Easy. The next minute or so, with the way he farms alone. Just trying to get some farm up himself. Shagrat. He's going to be going towards... He's got that Basher out. The Blink Dagger's available. The BKB down now to 8 seconds. So he didn't use it after that first time. Last fight. Kept it off. So still 8 seconds left on that. Yeah, the Enigma at least went for the Blink after the Greaves. And then it is going to be the BKB coming out next. But with the Abyssal Blade coming out from Mars, if he comes at it from the right angle, Shagrat might still be able to get the disruption off. Even through the BKB. So you can see that YNT, they are grouping up. The sides of X3, though, they've got a little bit of a better position onto this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Keeping the pressure in. Nesphere now as well with the sidekick. So the extra damage coming through, but the fortification is going to be used. It's bottom lane. Lucas pushing that one out. He's using the treants on the top lane there as well, just to deal with the catapult. Hex onto the... No, it's not. It's still the piggy pole. Yeah. Okay, I thought he got hexed. I mean, those hexes, they're coming out more and more. But he is still playing around with the piggy pole, even at 27 minutes in.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, 28 minutes. We're a little bit low on kills, considering the Eastern European region, known for that Davai Dota. But this is going to suit X3 right down to a T. Because they want to delay, they want to get this Luna as many items, as much farm as possible. The Glepnir coming up soon now as well. I actually bought up for a full Hurricane Pike. So before going back for the Glepnir, yeah, the Hurricane Pike is going to be up. Which is going to be nice if you get locked down in the cogs. Fire Clockwork. So we go to our Clockwork. It's coming up onto this now. They might be able to do something about it. So onto the Sven. Cogs, it actually keeps him trapped onto the high ground and away, pushing him down. Now the hook shot comes through. And Shagrat's going to be in there. Did he get killed? They're going to be able to take down the Clockwork. Immediate revenge. And the curse comes through, but it doesn't actually connect. And Marcy, at least for a few seconds, is stopped. But that's all they get from the curse. Buyback from Dark. They're going to lose 2 on the side of YNT. Yeah, they do force out that Sven buyback, but they're going to lose the Enigma for it. They're going to lose the Clockwork for it. And this is what I was talking about, that... Okay, the sustain's nice from the Greaves, but because you don't have that BKB, the Black Hole isn't getting you... It's got them, what, 1 kill, maybe 2 kills? The setup for the Winter Wyvern as well there on the Curse lands onto the Marcy, and nobody's nearby because they've all Delta split away. Slayer on the cliff, but if they drop a ward here, Alone does have one. He has to come away with the Arctic-Burn and get that blink out here. The self-cliffed easy. It was a risk. If they'd have dropped a ward there, could have potentially been in danger, even with the Arctic-Burn, to get yourself in the flying position and blink yourself away.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under
As
attack.
Lucas just continues to find the farm.
Dire's top
X3
tower has fallen.
I mean, they're just going to group up. They're just going to play around like this. They send the Tiny out, who's got the tree volley, going towards the Daedalus now as well. In fact, he buys up for the Chrysalis. So that's really going to stack up the damage that the Tiny does. You've got a good setup to get yourself in there. You know, you blink Avatos and then you set up with the tree volley. You can tree volley any sprouts, I'm pretty sure, that you get sprouted in. Yeah, tree volley comes out. Eidolons disappear. It's like a magic trick. The damage done. It is a little bit low this game. About, what was it, 11k on the Death Prophet, about 10k on the Tiny, but we're not seeing these like the Ember Spirit players that are rocking 20, 30k damage at this point in the game. Both teams playing it a little bit safe as well. They're not overcommitting. You can see that the kills in 31 minutes, only 23 kills. So yeah, it's not been the most exciting match, but both teams trying to play around, trying to make sure they both stay alive and they can take these fights. Oh, now the Exorcism. X3 are around though. Yeah, the Bushwhack comes in, it latches onto 2. Sharpshooter onto the Clockwork. Blemny's going to be dropped. Can he drop the Clockwork now as well? The tree volley comes through. Bingham with the Cold Embrace. So they are going to be able to keep the Clockwork alive. Netsphere though. He's got that BKB. He's going to come in. The hook shot. It actually lands onto the tree. It lands onto the tree in front. They're going to be able to come in with the Black Hole, but the Stormhammer comes out from the distance. Again, no BKB on the Enigma. And they're going to be able to clean up here. 3 heroes dead on the side of YNT. It's going to be 4. Lucas, Cold Embrace, trying to heal him up through the damage. But it's going to be again. LSA connects onto the Weaver. The Winter Wyvern. And they take down all 5 heroes. Lucas just has to deny the Aegis. Because he can't risk it being picked up for X3. X3, really good fight though. And again, the Stormhammer from the distance. Because the BKB's still not up, 32 minutes in for the Enigma. That Black Hole interrupted from the Stormhammer. Okay, yeah, no, I'll put my hands up, say I was wrong. Good pickup here from X3, it is paying off. And maybe it was just a niche pickup here, up against the Enigma. Just to say, you know, we can cancel the Black Hole from a distance because Enigmas they don't go for that quick blink BKB. And he is being punished for it here.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So, yeah, the net worth, it swings back in favor here of X3. A really good fight around the pit. Who got the shard? Did Wyvern at least get the shard? No. Who got it? Looks like it was Hoodwink. Yeah, Hoodwink picks it up. And that's at least nice. That you're going to have the Hunter's Boomerang coming out as well. I'm pretty sure it was. Anyway, no one on the other side. I think he's the only one in the game with the Shadow of the Death Prophet as well. But yeah, the burst damage that comes out on the side of X3, when the Exorcism's going, even when the Exorcism's going, you know, being able to come in with a Sharpshooter, the right-click damage coming through from the Lina, burst him down so quickly through that. And I like the Lina going for the Skadi as well. Dealing with the sustain coming through from the Spirit Siphon of the Death Prophet. As well as the Nature's Prophet, because he's already got that Reaver up. So he wants to go towards the Satanic. He's not going to be too far away from the Satanic, but he's still going to be punished once this Skadi's up for the Lina. And you can see that the smoke, 5-man smoke moving through here. From the side of X3. Netsphere. He's not too far. How much gold is he away from it, actually? About 200. And he's going to be able to pick that up and then, yeah, immediately move through. Into that Skadi before the Satanic's even up for the Nature's Prophet. And just cleaning through this creep wave. But you can see, though, 3 heroes, 4 heroes grouped up on the side of YNT. Clockwork gets caught out. Is there going to be a reaction from this? Bingham up on the high ground. It looks like they don't want to dive up there. Not sure what else is around. And Lina wasn't close. Lina was looking for the farm. So they just, they put the fear of God into Bingham. But not much more. There's Hoodwink. Moving through the trees, close to Tiny, close to the Marcy here. Marcy, he's got the Abyssal Blade. Look at the net worth onto the Marcy. Abyssal Blade's up, BKB's there, going for a Daedalus. So stacking up that damage with the Unleash. Marcy's going to be an absolute terror in these fights. Do they want to go for another smoke? Not even smoking up.
Radiant
So
are
confident here on the side of X3. Netsphere, Skadi is up. Oh, excuse me. Dark. He's going to be pushed back down by the cogs, but no real follow-up. Netsphere finds his double damage rune. Okay, yeah, cop this. So the smoke coming out now from X3. There's going to be the blink forwards. Who can he catch here? Crimson Guard does come out from the clockwork hookshot, but it's going to be right back onto Alina with a Hurricane Pike with a double damage rune. This Crimson Guard, it's going to be doing nothing. The Sharpshooter comes through. They get the kill, and now BB Colin Brace comes out. Lucas, what can he do? If you want to try and get that Winter's Curse off, if he can catch it off with Netsphere with that BKB, the Laguna Blade comes out. They're going to take down Lucas. Black Hole now that he does have that BKB. If they have the damage to get the Lina. They do get the kill onto the Lina. But what else can they do? The Clockwork's already gone down. They've got the kill onto the Sven here as well. And Natty Noel with the tree toss. He takes down the Winter Wyvern. Even the toss up, BB can get himself away from this. The Bushwhack, no, it drags back onto the Enigma. And Marcy, Natty Noel, they're just going to be cleaning up. That is rough. And look at that, yeah. 4 heroes
Radiant's
dead
top tower
on the
is
side of
under attack.
YNT. They did get the kill onto the Sven and the Lina. But it doesn't matter. You lost a fight that you're still going to be coming up against a Tiny with push. With the Daedalus. He's got the BKB queued up next. The Marcy that's fine in farm.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And he's not too far away from the Daedalus himself. What's that? About 700 gold from completing. It's dark. Going towards a Glimmer Cape. Okay, okay. Yeah, so Dark going towards the Glimmer Cape. It's going to offer some survivability here, but again, X3, they took that fight so convincingly that they probably rush it again. The ultimates roll back up. Exorcism is still down for the next 30 seconds. 80 seconds on the Black Hole. X3 have this time, and if they want to go for another smoke tank, they should have the ability to take the fight again, because there's no massive interruption coming through from that Black Hole that's going to be able to catch out the Lina and chip him down. You can see that, yeah, X3, they're going to be able to get the dive in. The tree toss comes out, they cut out into the Clockwork, hold embrace, but he's just going to be whittled down. Even throwing the Laguna Blade to get that kill, and they can go for more if they want to. There's going to be the jump in from the Marcy, but doesn't actually land. No dispose back, forcing out a BKB from Lucas though, and Lucas, he just wants to leave. He is straight up just not having a good time there. He asks to leave, and he's going to be excused. So,
Don't mind if I do.
I mean, they could look to burst the Marcy first. Marcy, 60 gold from that Daedalus. So once they get in with the sidekick and the lifesteal, has the BKB and the Abyssal Blade, and can just jump in with the blink. And has so much survivability. Look at that, 3k health now. Going to go towards a Nullifier, which you're going to offer, amongst other things, with that Helm of the Iron Will, more sustain. What does he get rid of? Oh, he's still got a Quelling Blade. So yeah, that's what he gets rid of. There's Natty Narwhal. Gonna go towards an AC. Oh, that'd be really nice to have. Buffing up not just yourself, but the Lina as well in these fights. The Marcy as well. Could potentially look... Yeah, I think this is where you say goodbye to the Hand of Midas. And then what? An overwhelming Blink Dagger after that. Still doesn't have the shard. Okay. Dark, they're going to be able to get the blinky. Do they have the vision on high ground? They do. They have that ward. The Ian disc gets popped here for the Winter Wyvern for the dive in. He still gets blown up. Bigham's going to be the next one. The dispose comes out. And Clockwork goes back in the box. 2 heroes dead on the side of YNT. No buyback there on the Winter Wyvern. Lucas is leaving. No, he's not. He looked like he was leaving the base. Nesphere, though. 4k health. And that's still with the Falcon's Blade. He actually wants to go towards the Silver Edge, so it's not going to be a Satanic here for the Lina. But look at the damage he's doing. Just going to be able to rip through the building himself, just top up the Fiery Soul, and the Rax goes bye-bye. And they don't have a way to jump into this to solve this, so Lucas does eventually leave the base to push out this bottom lane, because there is still the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane for the side of the Dire.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Tiny comes in, immediately blinks himself away because he thinks, you know what, I'll come in and I'll help you take down that building. And Lina doesn't need it. Now you can see that, yeah, the TP coming through here from Natty Narwhal. To be able to, with one swing, he cleans up those treants. Just the one swing. Roche is back up. Spawman smoke coming through from YNT. Natty Narwhal going to try and catch up with the rest of his team.
Radiant are scanning. Dire are scanning.
What are they going to be able to do alone? He's going to be in this. He's got the root. Did he have the reveal now as well? The jump in from the Death Prophet inside. Oh, Slayer's going to be coming up to high ground, caught in the Gluttony of the hook shot. It comes through though. They're going to be able to get on top of the Hoodwink. The Hoodwink immediately away. Lucas, he TPs himself in, but he's going to be TPing himself into danger. The BKB, Crimson Guard going to be used, trying to delay some of this damage coming out. Bingham has to buy back up. There's going to be a black hole coming through onto the Lina. Do they have the control? Do they have the damage to take him down? Lina's going to get close. They do get the kill and immediately fires back into this. He wants his Roshan. He maybe even wants to try and end the game right here and now as Igor on Dark with the Spirit Siphon. Bingham's going to be coming in. Nothing to TP to, so he has to do it on foot here. Bingham now he's going to be caught in the Gluttony. This might be a dieback. Cogs dropped onto the high ground. Disarm onto the Lina now as well. He can still throw those spells around, so Dark buys back onto this. He might have the damage to take down Natty Narwhal. Natty Narwhal's going to go down. Backline. On this bit, you have to be so careful about being caught out here, mate. You still have that BKB. Crimson Guard comes through. Hook shot. What? Doesn't matter, the Bushwhack catches on to 2 with the LSA over the top now. Crimson Guard's going to be there, but it doesn't matter the damage. Again, Midnight pulls Natty Narwhal into this. Stormhammer Dark wants to be coming in. He gets that kill onto BB with the help of Alone. And the buybacks come through left, right, and center. Hurricane Pike to try and break that gap. Igor, though, he has to run himself away here, Lane. He's already bought back. He can't die back. LSA Malefice onto Nesphere, and Nesphere, the Gluttony comes out once again. Dive in, you get the kills. And this is just going to be a game of great dive from the Marcy. And with Natty Narwhal cleaning up 4 heroes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
X3,
attack.
you can just push back in. Lina playing it on the edge. It looks like they actually want to go into the rush. So because the Lina used the buyback, I mean, it's not going to take them any time at all. Anyway, look at the crits coming out from the Lina. Everybody on the side of YNT having to use the buyback if they had it. And it's still going to be 4 heroes dead for about a minute.
Immortality.
But look at this. Straight into the base here, Nesphere, with the boost of travel. Only Lucas alive. They've got these super creeps into the base. He wants to go for the tier 4s. While the rest of the team catch up, TP in any way they can. Nesphere is in. He wants to end this game right here and now. The building's being taken care of by the creeps, but Sidekick comes out. Nesphere with 3 heroes dead for the next 30 seconds. Chuggerat using the Unleash. Just trying to take this building down, but the fortification going to keep it alive for a little bit longer. Yeah, Nesphere with the damage through. They're able to start onto the Ancient. The dive in the backlines from Lucas. But with 4 heroes. Oh no, the hookshot! It connects onto 2, but Nesphere is on the outside of those cogs. And look at the damage coming through onto Bignum. Bignum's trying to get himself away with the 4 staffs. And they're going to be able to lock down onto Lucas. Lucas with no BKB. He's going to be controlled. He's going to be cleaned up. He's going to be killed off. All 5 heroes dead on the side of YNT. And X3, they take this game number 1. It's Lina all over again. The Lina Marcy combination, the damage that was being done from everybody, all 3 cores on the side of X3, just able to rip through the line of YNT. YNT trying to use those buybacks as a resource, you know, get back into the fight, but they just couldn't catch the Lina the second time. If they did, if they got the kill onto the Lina before the high ground Bushwhack came through and they lost the other 2 heroes, maybe X3 pull out, maybe they back away and YNT take a Roshan. But Nesphere just hanging on with a sliver of health. Got him back into the game. and they turn it around, they push through, they take the racks, they take the buildings, and YNT just could not mount a defense because 3 heroes being dead for a minute. And you can see Slayer 0, 5, and 4, BB 0, 8, and 11. You know, Cause, Bigno, okay, Bigno was actually quite well fed, 6, 12, and 9. But on the other side, Netsphere 14, 4, and 15. Netsphere just did not get shut down at all. You know, they might have found some pressure early on, but he just went into jungle, found the farm, found his items, and came out farmed, came out putting pressure onto the side of YNT, and YNT, no real answer for it. And with that, guys, we are going to be taking a quick break before we go into game number 2 of X3 versus YNT. YNT, can he pull it back? Can he keep the YNT streak going? We'll find out after the break.